2.5-inch market-ready oysters.
Okay.
So these are all harvestable.
So you'll sell these this year?
I'm going to sell these as soon as I have enough of these built up.
Okay.
Right now, and they're growing. See that nice lip going on there?
Okay.
And then this one's a good one. So this one's got beautiful new growth, and it's already at 2.5, so it's already market ready. But when you look at it like that, you can see that cup and see that flatness.
Okay.
And the other thing, what you really want, like with this guy here, is just about right. So you want that growth right over to the edge, and a nice flat lip on the edge. So all that growth, that means that oyster fills that shell completely, and it's a nice big plump meaty oyster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing worse than popping this open and then just seeing a little tiny oyster in there. People are disappointed. They want a nice, they want good money, good value for their money. So they don't, you don't want to give somebody a product that isn't, that they're not going to be happy with.
Sure.
So you want to make sure that they're meeting that. If you have an oyster that's the only thing that puts it over that edge of 2.5 is just the lip, and they get a little tiny oyster inside, and they feel like getting cheated. Yeah. The restaurant feels like it's getting cheated. The wholesaler's going to complain and all that. So you want to let them get to a nice fat grow out with a good lip on them, and take any barnacles off. We don't like barnacle billy. He's all over the place out here. Yeah, it's almost a full harvest set.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do with these. I'll put 101 oysters in each half of this bag.
Wow.
So 202 oysters per bag. Once I get this bag full, that bag's ready for harvest.
Okay.
And then harvest day will come out, and we'll go through the harvest procedure, which is pretty strict because of the Vibrio restraints that we have to work under. So we have to make sure that we ice these within 2 hours of harvest. And I can't bring them off my lease site unless they're on ice.
Oh, okay.
So it's all kinds
So
of
you gotta
rules.
haul all the ice in here.
I gotta bring all the ice out, and I gotta ice them down here, and it's gotta be within 2 hours of harvest, or 2 hours of exposure to the air.
Okay.
That's the thing. Once it says 15 minutes out of the water, they consider that exposed. And then before I can sell this, if it's had more than 15 minutes of exposure to the sun, then I need to soak it again for 10 days before it gets harvested.
10 days. Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I prep them, and then I leave them soaking. And that way, when I'm ready for harvest, they've already had their soak.
Sure.
They haven't been out of the water, exposed to air, and that limits any kind of Vibrio disease or any kind of pathogens that would get people sick. And that's the whole thing, to keep them. They're going to be eaten raw, so raw seafood has got the strictest controls of anything.
Yeah, as it should. Yeah.
These guys. These are the wild quahogs. I've been collecting wild quahogs out here, and these are mostly for my dinner. But these are delicious. That's what you get at the Drunken Clam there, Peter.
Okay, yeah, I got the Family Guy reference, yeah.
That's a quahog. You can tell the quahog by the curl.
Okay.
See that little curl it kind of has to it, to the hinge. That's the hinge. Down here's the gills. Here, that spot there is where you get the shucking knife and to shuck them, pop them, shuck them open. But this is a hard shell clam as compared to the soft shell clams that we have out here in the mud. These don't go deep into the mud. They're only a couple inches down, and we drag them out with a bull rake.
Okay.
And so these are just ones I've collected so far. Some of the ones I've already eaten quite a few of these. I do baked stuffed clams.
Okay.
But this makes a great bake stuffer. Once again, when I get those barnacles off there, we don't want them on there.
A lot of them.
There's got a few. These are the quahogs. So I'll collect a bunch of these up, and then these are great for baked stuffed or linguine with clam sauce or clam chowder or anything you're going to use a minced clam for. Mince up the clam and use it versus eating the clam whole. Typically, soft shells are your fried clams or your steamed clams.
Okay.
Those are soft shells.
Right.
These guys here are more what you'd find at a restaurant with a linguine with clam sauce or clam fritters or stuff like that.
Okay.
Chop up the clam. Anything you chop it.